Hi, I'm Irene. I'm a divorcee. This is my story.
Welcome to Grounds for Divorce. We are your hosts.
Hi, I'm Kathleen. I'm a divorcee, I'm a realtor, and I'm a realtor who helps families going through divorce.
And I'm Isabel, ex-air stewardess, also a divorcee. In this podcast, we'll discuss all things about divorce, we'll ask the toughest questions, and we'll review our own personal experiences. And hopefully, you'll come out a better person, better informed, and better prepared. Today, we have Irene. Irene's divorce is a very dramatic one, and yet unique case. If you're looking for betrayal, you have it. If you're looking for unfairness, you got it. If you're looking for strategic manipulation, you got it. However, this is the real reason why we invited her today.
In spite of going through a really tough divorce, which often leaves many people struggling at work and in their personal lives for years, Irene is not just thriving as a single mother of her 10-year-old girl. She also goes to the gym. Her exercise routine, right, it is so in place that keeps her looking this fabulous, right? More importantly, she is one of the most sought after eyebrow embroidery artists in Singapore today. So she has a 6 months wait list for appointments. So her clients range from Tai-Tais all the way to C-suite leaders. And today, we want to explore Irene's journey on how she went from someone who went through an emotionally draining divorce to not only being able to look forward, but also thrive in her life after the divorce. So today we welcome Irene. Irene.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm Irene. I have a 10-year-old girl. I'm an embroidery artist. I work from home base. I'm here to share my contested divorce that actually dragged 3.5 years. So besides just sharing our experience, I would like to share how I actually pull through and manage the kids and household plus my work itself. I believe everyone can do it. It's just that you do not have the information online that I'm trying to share over here today.
Awesome. Thanks, Irene.
Thank you. Then we'll jump right into asking Irene and asking her to help us with our, to unveil, right, what exactly happened to her, right? So Irene, you are doing really well, right? Running a successful home-based eyebrow embroidery business, and you have moved on. So could you share with us how your divorce journey actually started?
The journey actually started like when I went to Korea for my embroidery, embroidery certificate in masters. So during that period of time, like I feel that there's a distance with him. So he turns cold and everything. So when I came back, right, so we have quarrels and all. Then from there, I find it's like very weird, Then I start checking on him. Woman instinct are very, very strong. So I found out the photos of adultery, the sex on the bed and everything on the laptop. So so I download everything on my Dropbox. So I kept quiet. I confront him only after 2 days. So, you will see the behavior of your husband. During these 2 days, I was trying to think about, my kids, and my work. But I'm so lucky because past years also have a kind of like instinct that he's doing something bad behind. So I wanted a home-based job. That's why I went to Korea and have my master's. And then I come back, I start doing home-based jobs so that I can look after my girl. Yeah. So during that period, right, every time I feel that as a woman, we need to plan and organize things when we find something weird happening. Not just sit there and hope that things to happen. Yeah.
I resonate with you for that one. Usually, I have to chip in a bit on this part. When I found out my cases, I actually did I tried to cool down myself. So I basically did not talk about it to anybody because I'm planning inside my mind. Yeah.
So how did I do mine? Let me try to recall a little bit. I think similarly, I also did my own planning. I went to, it took me a while. So I felt something also. So in the end, I went to check. I asked myself what I should do. Then, that was how, I think when you say you believe in the instinct, this I fully agree. I fully agree on that. Yeah. So I think we can really tell from the small telltale signs. So before this, right, before you went to the home base, were you actually having a shop?
No, I have a shop after. So it's like before I doing home base, actually I work as a clinic manager. Yeah. Oh. So I have like normal day job, office job. But I feel that that cannot give me the visibility at home for my girl. Yeah, because I'm thinking to furthermore investigate things, right? So I have to find a job in home base. So my passion is beauty. So I went Korea and study. And then when I came back, right, so I just work. And when I found the adultery, right, the first thing is I did not confront that much. After that, right, when he reveals everything, when I confront, right, he actually begged me to forgive. So this is the crucial part. Should we forgive the man? Yeah, I mean, like everybody will do wrong things, right? So for what I see is the photo is actually 2014 till all the way 2018. So it's like 4 years of adultery, which I was like, don't know anything. And then he has the sex during 2014, which I just gave birth to my girl. She was 11 days only. So the 11 days, he can do that. So to me, it's like, how am I going to survive, after years and years with his adultery behavior? So I forgive him because back then we just have our BTO. So he say, start all over again and things like that, He will take care of my girl. So I give him a chance. But he's very, very smart. Behind me, he hired a lawyer. Yeah, to prep his case, to build his case. He bring my girl to childcare, and then all the signature, all these all signed and show to the court and all. So crucial part is, should we forgive? There's 1 time, there's 2 times, there's 3 times. I think no. Why should you forgive your spouse to hurt you again?
Yeah, but Irene, just rewind a little bit, yeah. When you were still in a full-time job and you found out this incident and you actually went to Korea. So from there, right, at that moment, how far apart, how many months before you actually filed your divorce?
6 months when I found out, right? So I forgive him 6 months. So he prepped his case 6 months.
Right.
Then it's not I filed. I still give him the option because I thought that like he will come back home. I said, okay, if you are not enough, you can have your bachelor life. I will take care of my girl myself. Until 3 or 5 years, when you are mature enough, just come back to me. Yeah, I gave him the option, but he didn't took out, and thank God. He didn't, yeah. So, back then, when he actually moved out, and after that, he filed the child custody first. So, not me. He filed the child custody. I was hoping him to come back also, back then. So, when I see a lawyer, the lawyer told me, why must you wait? He already filed the child custody. You should file the divorce. Because if not, the judge will think that you have no, intention to want your girl.
But can I understand on that part then? You were saying when your lawyer told you that he filed, was there some visibility?
Yes, I received the application from the court, right? The child custody. So usually the normal divorce proceeding is you file a divorce and then you have a trial on the custody and then followed by the child maintenance and then the matrimonial set. But for mine is like very messy. Custody first, then watered down to divorce, then child maintenance, then matrimonial. Yeah, in between there's indulatory discovery and indulatory application that he filed just to dig my asset because I work in home base ma. So he's paying a little bit on the matrimonial. I'm paying the matrimonial.
Hang on. What? Can you repeat that words again? What? Adultery?
Adultery.
Oh, adultery. Sorry. Okay.
So like when after he adultery, right? So he still maintained like I forgive him during that period. So he prepped his case ma. Then I also seek for lawyer advice after that because I received the application from him for the child custody application. So when I see the lawyer, right, the lawyer actually mentioned that I should file a divorce. I should be the one who filed the divorce because if not, the judge would feel that I do not have that intention. I don't care for my girl. So I filed the divorce, and from there, right, that's how we fight. And there's indulatory discovery and indulatory application, which a lot of people don't know. Yeah, this is to dig your party's asset. So in the ground, there's a affidavits that you need to fill out lah. So like how much you have in your bank, you need to produce this statement and credit card statement so he can actually fish your asset through. Because he knows that he can actually get the liquidity of my business because I'm using the matrimonial home to do business. So he portrayed himself as a houseman. Yeah, so he take care of my girl, send her to childcare, all the lock in, lock out signature, all the cards. Yeah, so he portray himself as a houseman. Then I will be like the man who that he can split my assets. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And on that note, where you mentioned that the lawyer actually told you that you need to file the divorce, otherwise it would be deemed as you are not.
Doing anything.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not doing anything.
So
Like
it's detriment to the process if you do not start the process as soon as possible. But this is actually very interesting because I did not know. We did not know,
Yeah.
and this was not discussed as well. Yeah, really good to share.
How do you cope with your, the whole process, right? So you mentioned you are running the home-based business, right?
Yeah.
So back to the home-based business was, the idea is for you to be able to be at home to look after your girl as
My
well.
girl,
Yep.
yeah.
So how do you actually cope? So I believe when you are at home, but your girl was still young. So how do you juggle with the whole thing, and moreover, you went through a 3.5 years of divorce fighting. So that
How I
whole
went through
period, yeah. How do you cope? I'm just thinking a lot, right? For many, I think many listeners out there will also be wondering. So how do you actually cope with all this juggling together?
the emotional part, of course, every night, right? When you see your girl like sleeping, that's the most silent part of the night, right? You will cry. And I always tell myself I cannot like cry in front of my girl. But she's only 4. So imagine the child having like seeing the mother crying. How strong can she be in the future? So I keep telling myself, why should I let him hurt me and my child? So we should move on. Things like that happen. Nobody wants it. But what I want to see is my girl's future. So I started to plan, my schedule. I moved backwards. Yeah, just push all my appointments backwards. So like I'll go to the maid agency and try to engage my maid. And then the transition part is tough because there's nobody help me to send my girl to school. And I still need to work. So I just block out the time to send my girl to school. And after that, when I get my maid in a week time, then I will start training her and then, tell my girl. So of course my girl will ask, where is Papa and all this, right? So I still let him weekly see my girl. Yeah, I just send my girl over to him. He can pick my girl as well. So Sunday, on every Sunday. So during the back then, at night, I still need to read affidavits, the paragraph and reply to a lawyer is very, very tiring. I would say it's very, very mental torture. Yeah.
Is your ex-husband a very doting father?
I would say that when the child is young, right, still a toddler or what, he is, but as she grow up, right, he will just dump her to the grandparents. So most of the time is the grandparents who take care of her. Yeah, so like a weekend, the grandparents will actually bring her out. Yeah. So and my girl also, during the COVID time, she been through like the confined by the father because back then the interim period I was the main caregiver. So he have to see my girl only like 3 days a week because I agreed to let him have 3 days access because as a mother I believe parents, we divorce but our parenting responsibility are still there. We do our best for our child. Of course, the child will know that, mommy is the best, like when sometimes you really can't help it, you'll break down. I still have to teach her study. Yeah, so of course you can break down but not too much just one time and then she say, mommy, I'll be good, I'll be good and things like that. So that give me the strength. Give me the strength to tell myself, okay, I shouldn't, break down in front of her. So I move on from there. Took me about 3 months. 3 months, then I stopped like crying every night already.
Wow.
Yeah, I tell myself, okay, I need to have a healthy lifestyle. So I train my helper to pick my girl and everything. So breakfast, menu, everything, I just write it down. So you have to plan your daily routine, your time. At the same time, of course, I have very, very nice customer base that was there every day, talk to me, give me some advice and sharing. So I built my friendship with my customer. So from there, they support me they refer. I don't even need to do marketing. I don't even need to do advertisement. So that's how I built my base. Then slowly, my girl also start to grow up already. Primary 1. So people will start in the school say, oh, you don't have papa, you're staying with mommy, this kind of thing will happen. She will come back and tell me. But I said, okay, well, actually, how you doing? How you coping with that? The first thing I'll ask her, how you reply? She said, it's okay. We are just a small family, 2 people is also a family, 3 people is also a family. Yeah, she's quite smart lah.
Very smart.
Yeah,
Very smart. Very smart. Wow.
Yeah.
There's a very good way of countering.
She's very good at controlling her emotion.
Oh.
She is a girl that you won't see her tears. Yeah. She's even now she 10 years old, she seldom like will tears. When she teach, she will hold her tears on. This is what I want her to be. But of course, I know sometimes, no matter how old you are, the inner self of yourself is still a little girl. Yeah. We still need somebody to support us. Yeah. So keep looking forward lah. I mean, I keep looking forward. Because every single time the application come, right, it's just, bombard you, right? You will mentally prepare stronger and stronger, I feel lah. Yeah, this is how I feel.
So what I hear from you is that, so during this 3.5 years, the main thing on how it helped you through coping is actually a very good planning. So you really went to seek help. You got help first of all, you went to get the helper. Yeah. You plan out a routine for yourself, for your girl, for your helper, so that they can help you to fit in. But at the same time, also, you must have been very disciplined yourself, to be able to do all this, as well as your businesses. That means you practically never stop. I don't hear you telling me that you were grieving, that you take 3 months off, never work. That didn't come in. You were telling me you push front and back so they got time to just pick your girl and send your girl because your helper was not there. That's very amazing, This kind of mental strength, I think this is what I also hope that the viewers can rub it off from you is that it's really 很难得. It's not something that everybody wants it, they can have it. Yeah. I must support her.
And divorce during the COVID time is actually quite tough because the trial was 2 months. Yeah, so back then he confined my girl. So 2 months I don't see my girl. Then my girl was like traumatized. So we actually did file PPO, protection order, just for info. Protection order is not easy to get like last time already. You need to have strong evidence, at least like 30% injury. But for me, I don't have any injury. It's not staying with me. So I filed PPO because he neglected my child's medical needs. She was not feeling well and he did not bring her to see a doctor. So every day I would just prep meal and then bring medicine, go to his house, and call a police up to make sure he opened the door because he will shut the door. He will never let me see my girl. So every day I only get to see her through the video call. So I just purposely go up and then see my girl. So from there, right, I still have my girl's photo, she crying, hugging. So 2 months I'm lucky we have a divorce trial on that month before the PPO. So the judge was very nice. He said, no matter what you want to do, you want to fight back the custody, you want to say that your ex-wife is endanger your child, so that you want a sole custody. Now you can apply the custody the application, but you cannot deprive the parents from seeing a child. So the most important part is don't worry, because no matter what, the women's chapter law, right, includes that parents cannot deprive each other from seeing the child. So you don't need to feel lost, because women's chapter not just protecting women but the men also, to be very honest. Yeah, it's mutual. It's actually very mutual. The parents get to see the child always. Yeah. So I waited, and then he was a bit panicked because the judge urged him to return my girl. But his lawyer is very, very smart. He actually wrote a letter to me and want me to accept terms and conditions. As in, first, I must finish embroidery before 5 p.m. I cannot let my girl come back home with stranger around. So second, I cannot claim wife alimony. Third, I cannot claim income loss from him. Then he will return my girl. So I signed the documents and then my girl come back. So the crucial part is, it's okay, money loss is fine. But what happened to my girl is that she traumatized. She did not want to go to school. She go to school and she cried. Then the teacher was like keep asking her what happened and all this. So what I can do is that back then I was like a bit lost because at midnight, right, she will run out from the room halfway through the sleep. She will cry and say, Papa trying to catch me, Papa trying to catch me. So I was wanted to like bring her to a psychiatrist, but I can't because my lawyer say it's too complicated. If you get a psychiatrist, means you might affect your case. Your child is with you and she has problem. So like you know, left you cannot do, right you cannot do. What I do is I ask my girl, oh, who is your best friend, you know, in class? And she tell me who. It's actually my neighbor. So, but I don't know the unit number because she's too small to know anything. So I went all the way to 14th floor. And then I look at the door decorations. It's the Indian ma. So like I knock the door one by one.
Okay.
So like the first, I'm very lucky. The first door I hit like is the best friend.
Okay.
So I talked to the mommy. I say, hey, do you mind that I help you babysit your girl every Sunday so that they can have a play dates? So that is how I managed to help her to move on from being traumatized.
Wow.
And I did that for 1 year
Wow.
until she go P1.
Wow.
Irene, you are
Yeah.
very supportive. Actually, you found a way to
Pull her
you
through,
know,
right?
yeah, exactly. And yourself is already like struggling, and then you still able to find this space, this method. And yeah, it's awesome.
First, you have to be friend with your child. Lah. I mean, like, you shouldn't make them feel that you are helpless. Or when you help them, they can see. So when they know that, okay, I need to be strong for mommy also. So even now, right, she's 10, right? Like, of course, when I have boyfriend, I feel sad. I say, hey, actually, mommy sad, yeah. Then she'll, I mean, it's okay. You're pretty, you know, you got so many guys. Okay, no worries on that. She will like that.
So at the end, what I hear is that really what helped you to cope through that 3.5 years of toughness was really because you have a girl. And
Yeah.
she was your main priority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you see yourself in her also. Lah. Yeah.
Who ultimately got the custody of your daughter?
It's a share can control. My girl actually very tough because we went through the child evaluation report. Yeah,
Child?
evaluation report. So I think not many people had this experience. But if you're not under the contested divorce, you don't have the option for that. So because the matrimonial asset, I lose. To be very honest, I lose. Yeah, because he has prep before I actually filed a lot of application, right? So he already have like 44% of my asset.
Hang
Yeah.
on now. When you say matrimonial asset, which part?
Like the
consists?
house, then my girl's insurance. He even fight for my girl's insurance
never
because
know.
the insurance is under my name because she's a kid ma. She cannot be the account holder. She's a beneficiary. So whatever that I bought for her as a study savings, it was split 44% to my ex-house. Yeah. So and then my, the wedding ampao and my girl's ampao, I put in her savings. So back then I trust him so much. So the account is under his name and my girl's name. And then it was also taken away from me. Yeah, because I'm not the account holder. So he got that money. And yeah, so he got 44%. I got to pay him like $148,573 cash. Because I'm a self-employed. So I don't have much CPF. So I had to pay everything by cash. So back then my girl still need to go through the child evaluation report because my lawyer advised me to let her go through, which I didn't want it. Because for me, I see, I don't want to get her involved. But my girl was telling me, Mommy, I want to speak to the judge.
Wow.
Yeah, because I seek for her permission. You want to talk to the judge or not? Like, you want to tell the judge who you want to be. Because she every day tell me she don't want so many days with the papa. I even have videos and all this. So, okay, then I apply the child evaluation report. It's absolutely free anyway. Yeah, so your lawyer have to represent you after. So she went through 3 months. Then the officer will come to your house and assess whose house is better, who caregiving is better and all this. Of course, my ex is like, put out everything nicely lah. Force her to do assessment book and all these to show that he's guiding her through well, teaching her and all this. He's all put out that. So end of the day, I lose because he threatened my girl saying that if you choose mommy, you don't get to see your akong ama.
Hang on. Can I know how old your daughter was?
Back then,
During the evaluation of
Yeah.
report?
she was about 6 years old. Yeah.
Putting her through at that age.
Yeah.
Okay.
He threatened her. So right now, my girl, she's scared of him. Yes. He always threatened. Always using threatening. Even towards me, he also like that. Yeah. So how you cope with that? I will tell my girl lah, you are now big already. You should have your own thinking. You know what is right, what is wrong. You can share with mommy. But mommy wants you to know that you should know what you want. If you do not want to go, you can don't go. Nobody can force you. So she gets smarter and smarter. Yeah. But of course, kids they grow up, they're very smart one lah. She will also manipulate lah. When she wants something, she will tell the papa, the mommy not good enough. Then she wants something from your mommy will say the papa is not giving her this and that. Yeah. So you need to know your child very well lah. Treat them like a friend lah.
So you were saying that the care and control till today lah, it's just shared.
Shared. Yeah.
So how often?
3.5 days.
3.5 days each.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't see my spouse one. So he will pick her from the school.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only the school holiday is very troublesome. Because it is like even odd year. The plaintiff will have the even year with first 2 weeks of the child assess on the school holiday. Then the next following 2 weeks will be the defendant, the ex-spouse. Yeah, then even odd year. So it's always like even odd year, then we have to talk to each other. If any changes, then we will need to talk again. So I don't talk to him via email. Yeah. Everything via email. Yeah. So you got black and white, ma. Yeah.
Throughout this 3.5 years, what was your mental state like,
Mental state. I
Yeah.
keep telling myself I must do better than him. Lor. Of course, it's not just your kid is looking up to you, but the person is actually looking at you too. You don't forget nowadays like social media are so well versed, right? So I'm telling myself, okay, because I saw his Instagram, he put like, his Instagram profile bio, right? He put, ever since the karma strike, I'm 148,573 times happier. He put this. So he's indirectly like telling me that amount is the money I give him. He's now happier. So I tell myself, it's okay. I'm actually not a social media savvy person. I start nothing. I don't have a TikTok. I don't have an IG. I don't even like active on that. So I start to do out my Instagram, then talk to my customer how to do it. Then I'm lucky enough to find a very good friend, which is also my customer, is a TikTok marketing coach. So he actually helped me to manage my TikTok. That's why I got 20,000 followers. My first video went viral. Then from there, I get more referrals, more customer. So I built. And then as you mentioned, when did I open my own shop? It was like last year, 2023. So I opened my own shop. But it was operated about like 6 months and I closed it because of partnership issue. But my business was doing very well. Because every month one person I can do like $30,000 sales. Yeah. But people see that your business is doing well, they will start to milk you, right? Yeah. So I moved back home base. Yeah. But of course you have to be smart lah. Like a tenancy agreement is not under my name. Because I feel that I already have customer base and all my customer put deposit for embroidery. So it's a ready income. You get what I mean? So he will come out. My partner actually mentioned, I don't need to come out of capital. Because to me, I need to protect myself. I need to protect my girl. I'm the only pillar. You have to tell yourself you are the only pillar. If you fall, and who is going to take care of your girl? Yeah, who is going to take care of your kids? You don't take care of yourself, you don't look good. Your child will worry about you, man. Yeah. So I started to have a boyfriend also. So I started to gym with him. From nothing, don't know anything. Just learn gym. Okay, you carry weights and all. You pull yourself through all the exercise. But in fact, it makes your mental health better.
I agree.
Yeah. I have seen psychology therapists as well. Yeah, myself during that divorce period. But actually, I wanted to engage her for my girl. But the therapist said, I want to see you first. I think you will need it because you are the mother, you know. And she shared very good info and very good insight for me, that enlightened me. I asked her one question. How can you manage yourself to be so positive whereby every day you are facing negative people? She told me, these golden words. You have to manage negative people and face negativity in order to be positive. So like, I was like, oh, okay. That's how like I tell myself, you know, no matter how negative you are, right? Our aura is always there. I cannot deny I have those negative aura when I feel sad. I will tends to like emotion detach from my girl when I feel sad. But I will tell my girl, oh, don't worry, you know, mommy will come back to you. I'll be back. Yeah. Try not to be frustrated lah. I know it's very hard lah.
Yes.
It is very hard lah. But of course, find something that to love yourself lor. You know, shopping for yourself, you know, go out with your friends or find a boyfriend to date lah.
You basically found a space lah, because especially when you kept yourself so busy and with the kind of 6 months wait list, you have no time for anything else, man.
Yeah, back to back. Yeah, like back to back. In fact, I actually doing, right now I don't have much time to gym. So I do intermittent fasting. In fact, intermittent fasting helps to reset your metabolism so you can actually feel fresh the whole day. But it's not easy to fast 14 to 16 hours lah. But you can try. I mean, like a research for diet, you know, banana to replace diet is very good for, you know, lower your digestion, you know, so that you don't feel hungry that all day so fast. Yeah.
So I really hear that, you know, you actually also seek, but initially it was you tried to seek the psychologist help for your girl. Ended up you got counseled first. So but I think that definitely, you know, so this process, right, I would say what is very useful for our viewers here will be most of us who go through certain trauma don't know that we need help ourselves. Like for this, I will share my personal experience as well. Like I actually brought my kids to the psychologist. The psychologist realized that I was also too wounded. I myself, because when he talked to me, I teared. I cry first, you know, I cry. Then the psychologist cried with us. Like he was that he was a very feeling man, right? So he felt he teared when he heard how my son replied. Because my son was tasked to be a man in place of his father when he was 6. So he been through that. And, you know, because of that, my son don't dare to cry. Because he say he needs to be the man. And therefore, the father say he's not there. So my son got to be the man. So end up, he has to suppress himself. So till, I think it took him so many years before he could actually open up and dare to cry again. So I of course, I felt very bad because as a mother, we hide because we don't want to hurt our kids. But he thought that if he cry, he hurt me as well. So he also don't dare to cry. So ended up, there was one session, I sat down with him, both of us just cried. We cry. And I told him it's okay to just let go. It's okay for mommy to also let go. So emotionally, that's what I know what I mean. So, you know, the mental state of us, we thought that is for the better of the kid. But subconsciously, they could feel us. They could also feel us.
Yeah, the negative aura.
Yeah, they could. So when you say
just be frank with them. I mean, like, I know it's struggling at times when you see your child is sleeping, you know. Then you look at her, oh, everything is so peaceful, you know. What happened is if in your mind, you know, why not you tell yourself, just do it, you know. Just how you can do it. Every day you have to talk to yourself. It's like you're your own inner soul, you know, counselor. All the counselor like trying to talk to me, I will tell them, you counsel my ex-spouse. I think I need that. Because, you know, even up to now, tuition, he doesn't want to pay. I have to debate with him for 2 years for just tuition. I said, okay, I will pay for that. Can I send my tutor up to his house? Because I only have 3.5 days with her. I don't have so many days with her. And she's 10 years old, got CCA, got homework, tuition, English and math, and then Chinese. I said, it's okay, you have to do some my game. So I just emailed him. I said, okay, I'm going to let go her Chinese. I'm going to focus her science, English and math, and I'm capacity full. Okay? I'll leave the Chinese to you. So like the teacher called and said, no, actually Chinese is very, very, very bad. Do you give her some tuition? Oh, teacher, I'm so sorry. I'm overwhelmed. I don't have this kind of time. It's already 3.5 days. She's packed with tuition. Can you call the father? Yeah. So the teacher talked to the father and the father start giving her tuition.
The father himself give tuition.
Now, no, get a tutor.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He don't want to pay everything. He don't want to pay this, don't want to pay that. Even the primary school fee is so cheap, right? $6.50. He don't pay. He don't pay that. Yeah. Even the whiteboard, he don't pay that. I mean, like you can see a lot of people. I understand some father are very nice. I have seen my customer father all very nice. Okay, I'll give you the house to the ex-wife, the whatever insurance the spouse, the husband will pay. And then still give allowance, I have seen things like that, but I'm not so fortunate. But it's okay. I always tell myself, God don't choose a weaker person to be his warrior. Yeah. You are the chosen one. So just get yourself prepared and just move on from there.
You're amazingly strong to build the mindset this way amongst this whole drama that you've been through, and it's torturous for you for this 3.5 years. I could feel, just telling me alone, my goosebumps are all standing out. To hear, to know what you have to go through and what your girl had to go through together with you. Although my own experience wasn't that nice either, but yet to be able to be where you are now, and seeing who you are now, how good you look, and to know how good you are doing in your own career and business, I think this is something that I feel very proud. I feel very proud of you. And I'm very glad that you're here to let us
To share,
Yeah,
right?
to share. So I think more people need to hear and to see this side, how things can become much better and more positive in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I actually think that probably if this incident did not happen, you will not be.
I want to be what I am.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel.
It's what it actually shapes you.
Yeah.
And it come out so much better. Yeah.
It's amazing, right? How things can just a twist of fate, just things can just change.
Yeah. I believe your divorce also really like mold you to a certain level that your endurance level should be very high, I feel.
It's something that I don't think maybe to tell people, if I've been through, it took me 8 years before my divorce was finalized. That was how long the whole thing has dragged. The mental state that I've been through was definitely not easy. It was really not easy. My kids was 3 and 6. To the time that it actually happened, my kids are teenagers. So my kids are really teenagers today. Yeah. So of course we've been through a lot. From the most difficult state to where we are today. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm good and happy. Yeah. So that's where I think importantly, what we all want is to look forward.
Yeah, to look forward.
Really to look forward. Life is about that. It's just moving on, right? Yeah. So back to just now when you mentioned, right? You said that you lost the matrimonial home. So what exactly happened to the matrimonial home was you have to sell it?
I have to buy over.
Oh, you had to buy over. Okay.
Yeah, because I want to buy over. Because I know that I do not have the time to renovate, logistic and all this. Because my focus is my career and my girl. Yeah, money, you can't provide. Yeah, so I have to buy over. Because I start work since 17 years old. So I have some savings. So to me, it's like I tell myself, it's okay. 148,000, I buy a shelter for my girl. So I gave him the money. And then after that, right, it was quite sad, your hard-earned money. Yeah, I go to the bank, I wipe out one of my account, and then I go with my girl. I wipe out, then I tell her, actually, your papa is going to use mommy's money to buy a house for you. Yeah. Because she back then was like sharing bed with the Akong Ama. Yeah. Imagine like the two old people, right, sleeping with her, then squeezing, then she's growing bigger. So I tell her, it's okay, you're going to have your own house, own room. You have 2 houses. And then you have to encourage your child, While you're encouraging them, you're encouraging yourself. Yeah. So whatever you say positive, you go back to your mind. Whatever you say negative, come out, you go back to your mind. So like to me is, I have to make her happy lah. Yeah, I have to make her happy.
Wow, actually that's a very strong, a good way of putting it. Yeah, because it's really how each and every day how, okay, I did ever tell people, like, sometimes, every day when you wake up, you make every single decision and how you want to actually live today, right? Either words that come from your mouth is positive or negative, you make all this decision yourself. So yeah, I agree with you, especially with the part where you mentioned when you see something positive, you reinforce it, and then there's affirmation to yourself. Yeah, that's very strong.
Yep.
But sometimes I are also very negative. To be very honest, I can, you can be a very good talker, you consult people, you share things with people, but in the inner self of yourself, right, you will feel negative too.
Of course.
Definitely you will want.
We are
So I
humans.
have a boyfriend, that I can share, all my, negative things, and then he will help me lah. I mean, like, we need a soulmate. I would say that divorcee don't feel is bad to date. Your child, this is another stage that how you're going to move on together with your child when you are in the dating stage while you are managing a divorce, because the other partner will definitely black paint the child. Oh, you will have a stepfather, all this kind of thing. Yeah, so I will tell my girl, it's okay. You have one more person to love you. Isn't it better? Yeah, this kind of thing. Yeah. So like of course she is very smart. Like she'll say, oh mommy, like papa's girlfriend, want to buy this for me. Then I was like, oh good. She loves you. Like you have one more mommy, better. Call her mommy then. I say it's okay, you can call her mommy. Yeah. Because I want her to be loved, you see. So because I know that girl, right, also a divorcee with 3 kids, and her kids is not with her. So she will treat my girl like hers. Yeah. So when she stay with my ex, right, whatever I heard from my girl is that she will teach her Chinese. She will bring her out, buy things for her. So I said, this is all love. You should repay your love. Whatever good karma come in, you do good karma, good karma come back. That is what I told my girl. Even now, I'm teaching her how to, control her temper.
That's very gracious.
Yeah.
That's
I
very
mean, she
gracious.
games, like nowadays kids, they gaming, right? And they will like ABCD out when they get frustrated,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
They'll-
So
yeah.
I will just tell her, hey, the people inside that gaming with you is trying to, trigger your emotion. When you get that right for them, they get what they want from you. Yeah. So like, control yourself lah. They want to make you angry, you should laugh it out. Like
Amazing.
yeah, 就把他们当成在拍戏这样。Like I say, just let them, let them be. Yeah.
I mean, it is actually very amazing that you are so giving. I mean, the way you really like influence or teach your girl in that sense to actually also accept another person. And yeah, this is something that I did not expect actually. Like a plot twist here. Yeah.
Seriously, but I feel you, and because I also believe in there is really no need to give the hatred to the children, because at the end, it's not loving them. If you love your kids, they only need to know they are being loved. They only need to know that whatever that is between the adults, how much drama there is, how much unhappiness that has went through is between the adults, because that's the complicated world, right? So the kids will eventually know and get there. But while they are still young, they don't need to know that the father did this or that, or the mother did this or that. There's no right or wrong in the eyes of the kids. They only know, this is my daddy, this is my mommy. And they need to know that daddy, mommy loves them. That's all the children need to know. So that was also how I brought my kids throughout the divorce. So whatever he did, shit, good or bad, it doesn't matter. I told everybody, the kids don't need to be poisoned. Because you don't love them by poisoning them. You hurt them. I say, the hatred that the kids hold hurts them, not the party that you are trying to badmouth. So I say, it doesn't matter. Just let them be, I say, the kids, if they're happy, all we wanted was for the kids to be happy, right?
Happy, yeah.
Then just treat them genuinely, love them. That's all they need. They will grow up to be the day that they understand what really is happening. Yeah.
But there are parents like, how I say, because my ex-spouse is a womanizer, so keep changing girlfriend. So during that COVID, you cannot meet up, right? So he video call. So when he drove my girl back home from school, he video called the different girls to talk, flirting conversation in front of her. And he always iPad lent to my girl to play. And then he never lock out his Instagram. So whatever message that he sent to those girls, my girl actually see.
How old is she?
She back then was like 7.
Oh.
Yeah, she's only like 7. So,
Okay.
and then the worst part is girlfriend at home, they having those activity and he didn't lock the door.
Oh.
So my girl actually went in and saw everything. So like, that's where you need to, she'll start asking mommy, I saw all these things. So you need to answer. I think this is something that, I have I have no idea how to handle, to be very honest. Like I will just tell her, just close the door. I say, just close the door. Yeah, they are doing exercise. I said, this is adult activity exercise. Yeah, so she's already 10, so I already start to cope her and educate her about menstruation. You need to take care of yourself. How does woman get pregnant and what's the puberty? So I think don't be afraid to share lah. But maybe mine is a girl lah. If I had a boy, I don't know.
I do. I have a boy and I have a girl. So I educate both differently, of course, right? So for my girl, I have to educate her in that aspect. Although the schools also start very early nowadays. I think from as young as from P3, if I remember correctly.
P3.
Yeah, quite early. So I think your girl also been through certain education already. So my boy also went through. So, but it is important. We cannot be afraid to share and to teach the kids.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, there's certain activities, obviously, as parents, there's really no need to show your child. I think it can also affect them mentally quite a fair bit. Yeah.
But throughout this, from the day that you filed your divorce until now, right? Have you ever have a very heart-to-heart discussion with her about how she looks at this,
Entire thing. Entire thing.
or if not, at least how she look at a relationship in the future? Because I believe this is traumatizing.
I would say that she have trust issue on men. Yeah, this does affect because I can't hide. The father already shown her what he is as a person. So I will just tell her, don't worry, actually when you grow up, right? If your husband don't want you, my door is always open. Yeah. So I will tell her you have to open your eyes. Every time I tell her open your eyes, to understand the person, to know the person. Don't put your feelings directly so fast. But she is I would say she's an emotional person that a person who is very good at coping her emotion. Yeah. Like when I changed her school, right, from my first school to school for kids, back then she was like 4 years old. So I was worried that she cannot cope, change of friends at the last 1 or 2 years only. She said, Mommy, it's okay. I got new friends, is even better. From there, I a bit worried. Wow, you can move on so easily. Yeah, then slowly, when she grow older, even P2 tell me you're in love with one guy. Then after that, 3 months later, you still like Ethan? No lah. He like Jasmine. It's okay. Find a new one. She moved on very fast. Yeah, she moved on from things very fast. But she is a happy-go-lucky girl. Yeah. So I think it's quite good lah because she can cope stress. The only thing that I worry is her marriage in future. Yeah.
Usually such we can't really worry. I can only say, as parents, we need to give them the right principles, values, and the morals. So as a mom, if you can give her all this, the rest is 我们尽了力 is really the rest is 靠他们.
Yeah.
And of course, if you have religion, you have to pray that we have to believe that at the end, the greater being will also be there to help them through. So my girl also had trust issue. Yeah, she also said she wants to be alone for the rest of her life.
My girl also say that. My girl said it's okay. I want a husband, but I don't want a child. So I asked her why. She said, Mommy, I don't want to be like you so 辛苦. I said, it's okay. It's not 辛苦. I say it's not 辛苦. If I don't have you, I don't have what I am now.
Yeah.
Right? So, like I feel it's also how she progressed, she grew up, right? You see yourself pull through so much, right? Then the result of her growing stage. So divorce shouldn't affect, what you want to do in your life in future. In fact, it should improve what you want to be in future. Because for me, I see myself like I need to be the pillar, and then I need to earn as much so that I can leave some legacy for my girl. She's the only child. And if the father don't leave a cent for her, right, she can only depend on me. So this is my mentality. That's why I keep working hard on my career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So coming back, right, to talk about this career part, right? So because I hear the motivation all comes a lot from your girl to give her, and you really everything is all that you think about and plan is so that you and your girl can have a better life, as well as if you can leave more for her, it will be a blessing, right? So, but for you to venture into this industry, right? What were your initial challenges?
Initial challenges.
Yeah.
Actually,
You mentioned because you went Korea, ma?
yeah, I went Korea, and then I still remember I started off like getting customer to my house, right? The room is not prepped yet. I'm using my girl's room because she wants to co-sleeping with me, so she don't want to sleep in her room. So I use those house bed, kids house bed. So my customer will just sleep down there, lor. And I just sit on the stool to do embroidery for customer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like my customer actually very nice. It's like, oh, such a cute, your girl's room. I said, yeah, I just started this not long. Yeah, so we start to be friends and we talk about it. They're very supportive. Then slowly I convert the room into an embroidery room. So I started off with like, I would say, 厚脸皮一点咯. Like don't care what people think about you, really. Yeah. So I just try. Every customer come, they have to sleep on the mattress, inside the house bed. So slowly someone say, if it's very cute, then they have very strong impression of me because that's the first time coming to a home-based embroidery, sleeping at a kid's bed doing embroidery. Yeah.
So what actually gave them the confidence, really? Like the thing about to come into a place that is not even a proper professional setup. At least don't even say professional. Let me talk about just decent, right? A decent setup. But what gave them the trust in you? This is something that I'm very
The
curious.
trust,
Actually. Yeah.
I think human touch. Yeah, like
What about your very first client?
my very first
And
client.
that when you brought home, you mentioned that she has to sleep on the house bed,
How
right?
do you even find her?
I start off with Carousel. I do a posting on Carousel. So like you do some promotion, some brochure, then you just post on Carousel and you do a spotlight ad. And then from there, right, the inquiries come in. Then slowly I convert the room because you get more and more clients already. Then I convert the room.
In fact, I would, for me, if I'm your first client, I wouldn't mind because that is the rawest form it can be already. And then having to start with someone, seeing you grow your business is actually amazing.
I have a lot of customers like telling me, actually I see Ashley from 4 years old until now she 10 years old already. Then I also tell her, hey, I see you from university until you get married and now you are going to have kids soon planning. So it's a progress of growing with your client. Yeah.
I think they see you as genuine as you are. So that's why this is how your business can really grow.
This is I find this very amazing, and this is very genuine, and you didn't start off glamorous, you didn't start off like big dreams and whatever. You just wanted to, okay, I need to do something and I need to start, I need to earn the money, I need to house my kids. What you have just shared, right, actually just triggered some thoughts in, I resonated with some of my clients that I handled. They also been through a lot of them. They actually have a lot of difficulties because they tell me personally when it comes to finances, they cannot handle, they cannot take over the house. So when you mentioned just now that you could just fork out the money and just take over your place, it's not many people can do it. Not
Because
many.
I know my ex-spouse no money. He will want that money. So like I straight away turn down. I say like I will take over the house and then I will pay whatever that you have paid. But actually he fought for 44% of my asset. That is why he get 100 over 1,000. He actually only paid 60K. Everything, all and all renovation and the house only 60,000, but he get 148,000. Yeah. So, but I would say good things come later. Yeah. So after I give him that money, I take it as a charity. Then my lucks get better. Always believe in yourself that don't let the one that hurts you continue to live with you and continue to hurt you.
Agree.
Once he get out of your life, right, your life will get better. Yeah. It just naturally come.
Correct. So that's where what I was just saying is, so you are able to take over your matrimonial home with just paying upfront cash of over 140,000, with a lot of commitments, like you are still the sole giver to your girl and all. So financially, I would say you are very able, and it all comes from your hard work, your two hands that you work on.
Yeah.
You must be very. If somebody who splurge all the time, you spend all the money all the time, they won't be able to keep this. So that's where it linked to my clients that I've been handling recently. A lot of them are trying to go through divorce, but in actual fact, they have problem trying to take over the house. You ask them to take out cash of 100,000, it's a challenge for them. So because of this, a lot of these marriages just dragged on endlessly. Yeah.
Actually, they can up the loan. For me, like I pay him about 80,000. Then with the the conveyancing 5K, I also pay by my CPF, the leftover. So I pay him 80,000 cash, and I up my loan because back then the interest was like bank loan was 1.3. So I take the chance to up my loan another 70K.
Refinance, you mean?
Refinance. Yeah. So the bank actually pay him another 70K. Yep. So it was a 2 years fixed interest. So right now the interest solar rate is very high, So I repricing again, which is 3.05. So I down payment because that 2 years give me the allowance of earning back the money already. So I just down another 70,000 because it's 1.3. I just think which interest is so low.
How do you know of that part? How do you know about the refinancing part?
Because when you need to buy over the house, right? Because our house is actually already a bank loan. So I don't have time. The court only give me 6 months to settle the case. So like I cannot even appeal to HDB. So I got no choice. So I go to the bank and then I refinance. So they offer me 1.35. So I tell myself, 1.35 is quite low. Your personal loan also won't get 1.35 lah. Right. So I tell myself, cash in hand liquidity is more important.
Very smart move.
I pay him 80 and then I up my loan and I 70K. 2 years later, I down back 70K.
This is a very smart move. Yes. That's why, to be able to go through all this, the drama, and to go through all the, yours is more than a drama, right? Traumatic. And at the same time, you're able to make all these logical decisions. Not many can. Really not many can. So with so many clients that I've been handling recently, to help them through with their, because of the divorce as well. So they are actually giving me, I realize many of them actually they are not in a good position. They do not know what to do.
They should compartmentalize their thinking. I feel this is one of the things. Like you should have like a compartment for emotion, for your mental health, for your kids, for your finances, for your plans of your future routine. So like also as the times goes by after the divorce end, you need to shift again your mental compartment.
So what about your personal goals and achievements? So what is it that is what is it that you really want from your business?
What do I really want? I want actually when I started this, my passion is to train. I wanted to be a trainer, but I started with services. So I grow my customer base really. I got no choice. I cannot let go. In order to be a trainer, you have to let go. Because you have to give time to train. So my goal is actually right now, I wanted to have like my home-based business to go through another 10 years. Because for me, I have my shop before already. It's too tiring. It's too tiring. And I lost the time with my girl. So every day I work until like 10 p.m. Then I go home only see her 30 minutes. I have to bring her back home from grandma's place. Because she every day, because she's big already, So lunchtime, I did not want her to eat outside. I want her to eat home-cooked food. So what I do is early in the morning, 6:30, I wake up. So I set alarm for her on her handphone, 5-minute interval. So first alarm, she have to finish her breakfast. Second alarm, she have to wear her shoe. Third alarm, she have to get out of the house. So like this is how I train her independency. You have to train your girl independent. But when, of course, children, they are not happy lah. So you just tell her survival skill. You have to learn how to be independent. So I prepare her breakfast. Then in the morning, alarm ring, she will be the one who wake me up. I won't be the one who wake her up. Yeah. So like you have to train her. Let them have responsibility. Then you make your life easier, right? So from
Very
there,
smart
right,
parenting.
she very independent.
Very nice.
She 8 years old. The last year of the 8 years old, she learned how to take public bus to school. And then she take public bus to the grandma's house. And then she pack her dinner back home herself. So I can have a peace of mind doing my work. Then I don't need a helper. So like from there. Yeah. So when you see your girl like start to be independent, what I want for my business is I want to have more time, family time. So how to do that? Just money buy time. Yeah. Because I have a shop before, I know it's difficult. So I rather give it up, do investment. You can do property investment. You can do, banking investment. When you sleep, make sure the money rolls in. Yeah. Then at the same time, doing what you love to do. So right now, I'm packing my embroidery because I know I only got 10 years. I'm almost 40. I'm coming 40. So next year, I'm 40. So I left like maybe 10 to 15 years on embroidery. Then I will teach my girl embroidery as well. I want her to have dual skill, like academy and hands-on skill. So next time, she can choose her path. I mean, everybody will want their kids the best. Yeah. Always be supportive to her. And I treat her like an adult. So indirectly, give me the spiritual of moving on. You got another soulmate.
Yep.
Yeah. So I train her slowly. You are like adult. I always tell her, you want to be an adult, right? So my boyfriend also told her this. Adult take consequences and responsibility. If you want the freedom like an adult, you have to behave like an adult. So like she very smart one. She'll say, my boyfriend like, Nicky boy, how come mommy can sleep late? Why I cannot sleep late? Children will say this kind of thing. Then like my boyfriend will say, adult take consequences. You want to sleep late, tomorrow you can wake up earlier. Then you will need to answer for your lateness. If you can take the consequences, go ahead. Yeah, like talk to her like an adult. I don't know how many parents will do that to their child. And every time like I let her decide on what she wants to eat since she P1. Yeah, because I don't want to take 那个烦恼. You let her make decision herself. Yeah. If you plan everything, helicopter, very tough. Because my sister is really helicopter, very sweet one for the kid.
You're basically training a mini you. I can see that.
I can see. Yeah, mini
but
you.
even better, I believe.
She quite strong. She like puppy bus, she lost 3 times. Yeah. She get lost 3 times. But you will be surprised. Kids are very smart.
Yeah.
They are.
She very smart. Like they will be 动脑筋的时候 already. Yeah. So from there, like you see, she grow, you grow, move on. And most important, be happy. So for me, my plan is do more investment. I want more time with my family. Yeah. I just want more time with her because you don't know. As time goes by, they pass secondary school, they will have their own friends already.
You're right. You're very right. You're very right. Yeah, I've been through. My kids are now both in secondary. They're past the stage of the baby stage, right? So what you say, yes, it is perfectly true. Like now they are so independent. I practically have a lot more time for myself. But of course, we watch over them. We still need to teach them at times the right values, the principles. Yeah, so all this is so important, right? So that we do. But the mundane stuff, I also don't like to handle. I'm very glad I have my mom. So everything outsourced to my mom. So my mom will handle the headache about all those. Whereas I take on the other more burdensome stuff. But yet, those, I don't think it can be substituted because only parents should take on the responsibility.
Yeah.
Because we as parents need to teach and I won't really use the word mold because I don't like to mold my kids because I want them to grow in the way that they're supposed to grow. But as best, I'll provide them with the skill set, provide them with the growth mindset so that they bloom on their own. Yeah. I think as parents, I think this we have very similar thoughts. And I'm very glad to hear this. I believe your girl is doing very well also.
My God, yeah.
Yes.
I also feel I will reward lah. Of course, have to reward her lah. Children needs reward. I'm not a person that I always say good words. You know, like, oh, you do very well. You know, I should learn. I know I should learn. I also need to learn. But I will just buy things. I say you have to gain it. You know, there's nothing free. Yeah. You go toilet, some coffee shops, they collect 20 cents. So I always tell her, you know, things don't come freely. You have to work for it. Yeah. She knows that she have to survive.
So with this, right? So like, you know, I can hear how you really teach your girl, and as a parent, I feel that you've done whatever you can as best. Very strong woman, very strong mommy, very amazing lady actually, very amazing. So at this stage, right? So what advice will you give to the individuals who are also currently going through a divorce or any battles where it comes to custody, comes to alimony, maintenance, etc.? So what would the one piece of important advice you think you want to give to the viewers today who is watching this?
For me, I feel they should look at the kids' perspective lah. Because when they go through trial and divorce, right, you all hate each other, really hate each other. But whatever that you do and decision you make, right, it affects the child. So both have to look at the child perspective to make decision. Then you will come to a conclusion what you should do. You know, like if you don't have kids, then things is easy. You know, you settle house, asset, each of you don't touch. Yeah, take back our own asset lah. But for if there is a kid, you forever have to contact each other one, no matter what, right? Every year or every few months, you have to see each other. In fact, some every day also. Yeah, like for me, 3.5 days. We don't see each other, but we hear from each other. So I have to look at the kid's perspective. But for mine, very hard because he don't really care for my girl, I would say. So very hard to communicate. He blocked the communication. So like for me, like I try to cut down communication with him, but I do what I can for my girl. If your spouse is like this, who shut off all the communication, then you got no choice. You have to do the best within your own time. Yeah, within your own time. But if you have a spouse that have the same mindset that their focus is kids, then it's easier. Water down the divorce, make it simple, don't contest. Because the lawyer will just want the money, I feel. Yeah, yours can be everyone can be a non-contested divorce. And then you meet a lawyer that can actually complicate the things, then you become a contested divorce. So for I believe during the mediation, right, if our lawyer went there, we won't contest. Because during the mediation, they are not there. Both lawyers did not appear. So we only go individually. Yeah, couples already not in good terms. You put them in 2 room, sure fight one, right? So the lawyer have to be there. So if the lawyer was there, right, I think we won't contest back then.
Situation might change lah.
Yeah. So have to aware lor. If you're like the divorce have to go through the mediation is 2 rounds. So make sure the lawyer go together. Both lawyer there. That's very important. Because if the lawyer is nice, right, the lawyer is good, right, he will not ask you to contest. Yeah.
It sounds very true. Because my lawyer told me this. Contesting, she wins. She told me, none of you will win. Only I will win. She told me very straight, very upfront.
Very nice.
Yes. So my lawyer told me, if you can talk to your spouse, my ex-spouse now, right? So he said, if you can talk to him, come to agree. At the end, it is for your kids. Yeah. So she agrees on that. And I guess with this, right, we can only conclude with the fact that every divorce, we also need to find the lawyer that we can resonate well with. Yep. And to help us move forward, you also need somebody to give us the right advice, Yeah. And not down there, add firewood and add oil lah. Yeah.
For I think I made a mistake of the lawyer. My first lawyer wasn't that that good lah, I would say, because his lawyer actually at first give him advice to just give me the house and take back CPF and then have the share can control. But my lawyer want me to fight for the custody. He said you have to take the custody because if it's a share can control, right, there's a lot of things you need to go through him. And based on his attitude, right, a lot of things you won't settle peacefully one. So, like for me, with no background, no knowledge, of course I follow my lawyer, right? So I follow my lawyer. I fight all the way. Then end up offended the other party. They feel that I'm so hard. Yeah. Why do I always want so care? My offer to him is so care and control, but reasonable access to him. He want 3 days, 3 days. You want 2 days, 2 days. But I want the so care and control. Reason is because I want to live with my girl entirely for the duration of the study time. Because I know that he won't provide. Then my lawyer did not want me to have share can control because it will be split. So a lot of things you need to discuss with him, so it will be complicated. So if both lawyers actually advise to, not contest and then talk things peacefully, I think things are easier. Because once you make the couple sour, right, it's very hard for the kids also. Yeah. So when you find a lawyer, it's very important. The lawyer, what their advice is very important. In yourself, you must really know.
Yes.
Yeah. Because last time we don't have this kind of, you can find in YouTube, right? I searched before, I searched the entire YouTube, entire Google. So whatever you name it, whatever name, what matrimonial certification what divorce whatever name, I type, nothing one. It's all the lawyers' name and marketing all come out. Yeah. So I got no clue. When we have all this sharing, right, I think it's very good.
Which is why it leads us to believe that what we are doing here is to provide, we want to provide certain value and solutions to viewers who are as clueless and lost as we were back then, right? I also went through this 8 years back. It was so long. So at that point, I also couldn't get anything. I could only call up the law firm and talk to the lawyer. But I must say I'm very blessed because I got a lawyer who is very genuinely holding my case for my good. So she told me, in your situation, it is best for you to talk it peacefully. So because her advice was that she don't edge me on to fight. So it becomes a lot easier for me to, then I think I should find a time, a right space to talk to my spouse. Yeah. So I hear you. And I think this is this advice is actually very sound and very good to the viewers, right? I think this is something that they should also hear. Because a lot of people will think that anything not happy, just fight lah. In a divorce, nobody going to say I'm happily going for a divorce lah. A lot of time it's a sour relationship. That's
Actually,
why.
I changed lawyer. Second lawyer is much better, but then it was a bit too late because the other party's lawyer already take it very personal.
So with all this, I would say a lot of things are behind that we cannot control. So second guessing will not help lah. But what we can at least do and the advice that we can give is there is no need to fight for the sake of fighting.
No need to fight.
Yeah, because there's no winners except for the person who's helping you to fight, which are the lawyers lah. So at the end, what we really want is for the if you're fighting, all this is meant for moving on. So with your family, with your kids, right? Then objectively, we just want to talk it through so that at least you and I are in a position whereby we can conclude, and we still must face each other in a way because we are co-parents to our kids, Yeah. So I think that is the very
The
sound advice.
co-parenting part is important.
It is very important.
So when the lawyer actually sour everything, right, then it's very hard for me to co-parenting with him anymore.
Yep.
Even
Agree.
small little things like passport, all these, we can quarrel. Yeah.
So to sum it up a little bit on this part, basically for the audience as well, especially for those who are still maybe going to file for a divorce or gonna conclude or whichever, just bear in mind that, be as objectively as possible. Taking into factor that, the whole process does not impact just yourself and your ex. I mean, of course we have emotions and our well-being has to be taken care as well. But not forgetting that if you have children, they are the one who went through severe trauma. So, what's the point of really like fighting for this and that? Become so revengeful. Ultimately, what do you really gain? After all, but for this podcast, we had to reiterate, look forward. Ultimately, look forward to the outcome you want to have. That means, you look forward to what kind of positive lifestyle you want to actually start with instead of keep dwelling into all this nonsensical stuff that doesn't even give you any benefits. So, yeah. So, thank you so much, Irene. How can actually people connect with you?
I will have my website and then my Instagram and TikTok link in the video. So they can actually contact me through over there. I will feel free to, share more if they want to know more about divorce. Yeah. So for me, I feel that most important is that try not to fight lah. Yeah.
Agree. I agree.
Because ultimately, it's the lawyer that wins. We can't fight lawyers lah.
Yeah.
If the lawyers get so personal with you, they will start throwing a lot of application and then burn your pockets. Yeah. Like me, I went through so many applications in the adultery, at sponge application, garnishing application.
Honestly, all this that you say, I never hear of them before. So
go through. Even I end the divorce already. I got my final judgment. So I lost, right? I have to pay legal fee. I have to pay his lawyer legal fee because he threatened my girl, right? And then my ex threatened my girl. So my girl changed her statement and saying that she's okay with share can control. But at first she wants sole care with me. So she changed her statement. Then the judge actually award share can control. So I lost, right? And then after that, I need to pay for the legal fee. So I asked my lawyer, should I pay now? Or should I pay when I transfer the house? I get the transfer of the house, then I pay him one shot lah. So my lawyer said, you can pay one shot after that. So during that period, right, I'm waiting to do the transfer. And then he filed a secret application named garnishing application. And my lawyer suddenly called me in the early morning saying, please freeze your car. I said, what happened? What happened? Then she said, I saw there's an application, a garnishing application. This application is a private application that they are having a trial now with the judge, but she's not involved. So I asked her, what is it about? She said, probably it's the legal fee that you have not paid him yet. So I said, that's fine, let them freeze. Then I called the banker. The banker said, actually, you cannot freeze your account. There's no investigation ongoing. So I called back to my lawyer. Then my lawyer said, can you pay that legal fee first? Let him slap himself end of the day. I said, okay, that's fine. So I can't find my token, I cannot transfer. And then back then I was having COVID. I was down with COVID. So I cannot step out of my house. So I get my brother to help me, to do the transfer. And then he dropped the application. So if he didn't drop the application, I didn't get notice from my lawyer, right? If he win the trial, right, I have to pay again the legal fee. So it's very tricky. There's a lot of application that they can actually file. So best is choose a lawyer that make sure things are nicely, talk nicely, not the one that keep engaging you to fight. Unless your spouse is already at the attacking mood, then maybe you should reconsider. But if he is still at the discussion mood, then don't trigger. Just talk things out.
Very, very good advice. I would say this is very good, very sound advice. So I'm very glad we have Irene here today. So
very insightful sharing.
Very insightful because there are also certain things that even I've been through divorce, but I don't know, right? Because I didn't go through what you went through in the contestment. So your side of the story, I think, has helped today. I hope the viewers today also get the value, as much value as we are getting from you. We are very thankful.
Okay. Yeah, I hope the audience do not see us like just taking one side for especially in this divorce. We are actually out here to help everybody. No one is always the best person in the relationship, but however, coming from Irene sharing, at least for those who have similar ordeal or probably going through the similar ordeal, at least where it will become, where will it be, and how will it somehow turn out for yourself. So.
Thanks
Thanks
for
sharing. Today's sharing. Thank you so much, Irene. We hope to have you on board again. Yeah.
Thanks.